Welcome everyone to the Disability Advisory Board meeting. It's August 16th at 6 o'clock. Nice to see everyone, and Lynn will be joining us very shortly. So the first item on the agenda is the approval of the June 7th, 2021 meeting minutes. And do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay, Dave. Do I have a second? I guess I can second, right? Because Dave Mann wasn't there, so he can't do it. Okay. All in favor? Aye.
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 Anyone not? Lynn is not present.
I'm abstaining because I was not there.
Okay. So it's 3, so that's enough for a quorum, so we should be okay. For the next item, I just wanted to bring up for future meetings for the remainder of this year for 2021, we did have to make a decision for the township so that they can go ahead and advertise. But we will remain Zoom until the end of the year. And then if we want to discuss as we approach 2022, if we want to resume in-person meetings according to our normal schedule, which I believe was the second Wednesday of every month. So not sure we don't have to make any decisions now because we know how quickly things change. So I think for right now, we'll just, continue to Zoom until the remainder. And we only have 1 or 2 meetings left because we normally don't meet in December anyway. And we'll discuss our meeting schedule at the end of the meeting. All right, we're going to skip, we'll wait till Lynn can be brought in to go over the next 2 items. We'll go ahead and discuss the LMT Color Fun Run update, give you an update on that. Dave and I had the pleasure of volunteering 2 Sundays ago at 8 o'clock in the morning for the, I guess it was a 1-mile walk run and a 5K run. And it was a blast. I mean, everyone that was there just looked to be enjoying themselves. We had young and old alike, and everyone was getting slammed with color. You throw the color at them, and they were just, everyone was a hot mess at the end, giving them wipes to get the color off of their hands so they could enjoy the hot pretzels that were there at the end. Dave, do you have any comments about volunteering?
It was interesting to see that there was everything from a little guy that was probably 6 or 7 with tremendous mobility challenges all the way up to some what I would call quasi-professional runners, because we have them in the 5-mile run that we do with Run the Gates and that kind of thing. So it was a good mix of people. And like you said, they all seemed to have a good time with it. They really did.
Yeah, so I think because, it was advertised as, a 5K fun run, but it also said for accessibility. So we have to remember that the reason for this was raising money to go into a community fund to be used for future ADA transition plan projects. So I think it did, just attract a variety of different people. So I think it was great. And Monica did say, Monica Tierney of Parks and Rec did say that she's hoping to make this an annual event because it was very well received. And they got a lot of feedback, because there were some professionals. So I think they like chips. I don't know what, I guess they can track their time with chip technology. So they might look into doing that. So it'll attract more people. And then I think people wanted some additional color thrown on them, like in different areas. So they're, taking everybody's input and to make it even bigger and better next year. So I look forward to volunteering for that and excited that the money that was raised, I guess it was around $3,000, I believe, at this event. but that will be used and put into a separate fund to be used for the ADA transition plan. So very excited to see it went so well. I'm going to skip around here because I want Lynn on some of these things. So the next item I'd like to discuss is just the community center door. I wanted to give an update for everyone. As we know, just with COVID and everything going on, things have been delayed. But she did have a date that it should be complete by the end of September. So fingers crossed that everything goes well and parts and labor can get the completion date by the end of September. All right. Next we'll talk about Community Day. So Community Day is going to be held August 28th. They're already advertising. I see some signs up, and we will be participating in that. We always have a booth and, with information available, and we'll have our new brochure there. We can have things, handicap parking. So I believe it starts at 12, and we usually, spend the afternoon there. So what is everybody's thoughts on being able to attend this event on that Saturday, August 28th?
I'll do 2 to 4.
Okay, so Trish, you can do, and I just do the 12 to 2 just so I can set up and, get there early and.
I'll join you in the 12 to 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need, I'd like to join at some period too, but I just need to figure out when in the schedule, but I'll be there too. I'll follow up with an email.
Okay. Lynn, are you able to? Thank you for joining us, Lynn.
I'm sorry, I don't know why it took so long to get on.
Yeah.
But I'm here now.
Are you able to assist on the community day?
No, I'm on vacation.
Okay. All right. And then, so, yeah, Dave, man, just get back to me on when you can come anytime. And Trish, if you just want to go 2 to 3, that's fine. Also, just stay as long as you can.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. And then, just bring everything home. And Dave, so really, whenever you want to show up, just show up, but let me know. And this way we can adjust the schedule if need be. All right. So I'm looking forward to that. The only question I have is if they are able to provide a tent. I don't have one. I know, one of those provide some shade for us, but
It did last year.
yeah, Monica, they were able to find something last year, but
Yeah.
They know we would like one, so I'll follow up with that. All right, so now that Lynn has joined us, Lynn has spent a lot of time assisting us with getting our new brochure ready in time for Community Day. So Lynn, I really appreciate all your help with this. I think it's turned out fantastic. So
Yep.
I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so here is our updated brochure, if everyone can see that. Right?
Yes.
Okay, great. And I think pretty much everything stayed the same. Lynn was able to change our logo because we had a name change since the last time that we updated the brochure. We still have all of our information here, other ways that we can help. What we did add was at the bottom here, Dave Mann, I know you use this Smart 911. So if you could just review that wording and make sure, we have that correct. Just general. We did do a new graphic. We wanted something more inclusive of all various different types of disabilities. So I think this captures it. If we find one that, is a little bit better, I'm not opposed to changing that. It was just one that seemed to cover more than just someone in a wheelchair or someone with a physical disability, but it also shows, hearing impaired, sign language. What did I say? Oh, Braille. Yeah.
You've got Braille, you've got hearing, visual, and question mark, which It's a good, yeah, I think it's a good visual personally, just because it will, if nothing else, people will say, what is that all about?
Mhm. Okay, and then for our second page, it's more inclusive of our mission, what we're about, who we are, when we were started in 2004, our current members, so that's easily updated, and then some of our accomplishments and our future goals. And I'm happy that Lynn was we got to use this graphic that she found, and we were able to keep the playground graphic.
Yep.
So I think
I just can't figure out why I could not get the lettering in column 2 and 3 as dark as in 1.
I have that.
Tried for
yeah.
so long and I just couldn't figure it out. And
I
it's not
have
a
the
bold.
same problem. It's like when you copy it from something. It's something very strange, and I can't figure it out either on other projects I've done.
Yeah.
So I'll see how it comes out when it prints. It
Yeah.
probably won't matter.
My concern is if I bold it, then
No. Yeah.
our spacing may be off, but I'll continue to work on it. I just can't figure out why that happened. Like if anybody knows about the program, I go in, I make sure that the fonts are all the same, the sizes are all the same. I just can't figure that one out.
Yeah.
Are we just going to make copies ourselves, or are we going to send it to a printer?
Yeah.
Because
So-
sometimes if you send it to a printer, they can fix that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I'm just at work. I have a nice printer, and I think for Community Day, it'll be fine just printing it off of my printer.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and do that. I can do that not this week, but next week at work. I'll go ahead and print off. We're not going to need more than 25. I mean, really, how many people do we really have that we,
Right.
give this out to? And I don't really want to make a lot because, like I said, it gets outdated pretty quickly. The supervisor liaison, Dr. Weiss, thank you, but you never know if you're going to be, every year that could change. So I hate to get things, professionally done when I don't think we need to at this point. So if everybody's in agreement with that.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I make one comment?
Mhm.
In that first, I can't see it because I have to use my phone. For some reason, I can't get on Zoom on my computer. In that first column, there is a phrase that uses the phrase, if you have a disabling condition. See what I mean? It's down.
Hold on.
It's in that very first column. I think it might be near the smart 911 or something.
Oh, okay, so the first page. Here. For your safety, be sure your name is registered with the police department if you or a family member has a disabling medical condition.
I don't, maybe it's just me. I didn't care for that phrase because I think some people can have a condition that they would need assistance, but they wouldn't consider it disabling. Like, I don't know. I was thinking maybe, I don't know if maybe it's just me, but I thought maybe that could be changed to something like if you have a condition in which you may need assistance.
You know what? Let me look at how we word it on the special needs assessment form, on the form that they completed. I think there's verbiage on that. So, okay, we'll go ahead and take a look. I'll look at that. And then if we change this, I'll send it out to everyone before I make copies.
Okay.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any suggestions for changes?
I think you've done a great job.
Yeah, I think.
Thank you, Dave.
I think it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yep, I really like it.
So, Lisa, when you get that to me, I'll send it out to you as soon as I can.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look at that tonight so we can get it, so then I can make copies, next week. So.
All right.
All right. Next item we have. I just wanted to bring up the web page. I noticed. I know there's no meeting minutes for 2021, and I'm pretty sure I sent something. Dr. Weiss, who does the web page now? I can send it to Katie, but who's in charge of the web page? Is it Lynn Todd still? If you don't know, Kate, I'll just forward it to Katie.
You're muted, Fred.
There is somebody who takes care of the webpage as well as the cable channels. I just forget his name offhand.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, give Katie is the one that will be.
Okay, I'll just forward her, all the meeting minutes up through June 7th that we approved and get those. And then as soon as the brochure is finalized, then we'll get that updated on the web page too. The only other thing, Lynn, I know you said there were some links that didn't work. So if you want to just let me know which ones don't, and we'll just remove them. So
All right, I'm going back to the old minutes. It looks like that was our discussion back in April. So you're going to have to give me a little bit of time to go
yeah,
back
that's fine. Yep.
see what that. Oh, I have it all right here. Yes.
Okay.
All right, I'll send it out to you.
And then I'll forward that to Katie with the rest of my comments of what to update.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think somebody had mentioned of different resources to put on this on the website. So I don't have any more of that information that somebody else had suggested. Somebody from our committee.
Okay. We'll work on that then for next time, since we'll work on the brochure for now,
Okay.
and then we'll try to update the web page. Right now, I'd rather just get the
All right.
links. Let's get the links off of it that don't work, and that'll clean
All
it
right.
up. And then we'll get the new brochure in the meeting.
All right. So Lisa, you and I can just go back and forth an email about the webpage and then
Yes.
do the same thing, get it together and then present it.
Sure. Yep. That sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Okay. All right. We're up to building plan review. Dave, do you have any updates?
Nothing at all.
Okay.
Everything's already been started and going, and I think we're running out of space to do anything in this township.
Oh, they can probably fit in another Dunkin' Donuts somewhere.
Or they can fit in another over 55.
Yeah, really.
I have a couple comments. So I was dropping off a library book today, so I decided to go over and say hi to Jim Majewski. He always loves to see me. But because I went up to Memorial Park yesterday and I saw they are doing a lot of construction, which we knew about. They are putting in the tennis courts, but I forgot they're putting in a new parking lot. So where the existing parking lot is by the playground, just below it, closer to the basketball courts and volleyball courts, they're putting in a whole nother parking lot. It's about the same size as the one up top. So I just wanted to get over there before they start blacktopping and striping. I wanted to make sure that remind him that we did do our study, our Excel spreadsheet that listed out all the enhancements that we would like to see. So we discussed putting the handicap parking closer to where maybe the walking trail is, so people can easily get from the lower parking lot onto the walking trail. And then that 1K walking trail goes right by the basketball courts, spectator stands and all. So he's going to take a look at that before they stripe and make sure we get that done. His only other thought was, while they're striping, they're there doing the new striping, would it be cost effective to take care of some of the other striping issues that we had brought up in the ADA transition plan? So he was going to look to see what the cost would be, but while they were out there, would this be something that they could accomplish very easily and for very little money and effort to get that done maybe more quickly? So he was going to, keep that on forefront as it progresses. They haven't blacktopped yet. It's just in the stages of rocks and dirt. So I don't know the timing of that. I'm going to assume that it's going to be done in time for the 9/11 ceremony.
No, it's going to stay a stone till after that. So
Okay, so it'll
we
be
have at least
stone.
a month before the blacktop.
Okay, all right. So we have time, and Jim obviously will keep that, like I said, just consider what else he can do at that time. And I guess Prickett Reserve or Preserve? I never get it right. Jim did say that they're not submitting the next plans until November. So I guess there's really nothing for us to look at, yet anyway. Nothing that we have to do, but it is progressing and looks like maybe November we'll have something more to take a look at. All right, anyone else have anything for building plan review or notice anything in the township that you wanted to bring up? Okay. Anyone have any new business? The only thing I had was I wanted to thank the township for providing pool passes to the volunteers in the township. I'm grateful for them to acknowledge, the work that all the committees in the township do. So if anyone had a chance to use them, I hope you enjoyed it. Anyone have any new business they'd like to bring up? Okay. So that leaves us to the meeting schedule, which our next meeting will be via Zoom, and it will be held Wednesday, October 13th from 6 to 7. And again, we just had to kind of come up with a date. Katie has to advertise that for all the meetings in September and October. So I just thought September, we don't really need to meet. We're going to see each other on August 28th. There'll be some, September 11th coming up and just people are busy. So I think October will be our next meeting. And then we can make a decision about November. We usually don't meet in December, but I probably will have to let Katie know about November. So just keep that in mind. I might have to ask you about November prior to meeting in October. Okay. So we'll see what's on the burner and if we need to meet. All right, with that, do I have a motion to adjourn? It is 6:23.
I will make that motion.
Okay, do I have a second?
I'll second.
I'll second.
Okay, Lynn. Lynn second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We lost Trish, so she's done.
Oops.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Take care.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you.